What is up, you guys? This is D-Man HD bringing you another Madden Ultimate Team 15 video. Today, I told you a couple weeks ago, never went on to doing it, where today it's going to be the start of the Budget Ballers. It's not a budget series. I'm showing you guys what cards you can get for under 25k. Because people have been asking me, how do you make so many coins or whatever? How do you, how's your team so good? How much money do you spend? The key is to either buy packs, which is what I do, and I get really lucky, as you guys can see. Another key is to do sniping. Just snipe some cards and all that, because I'm going to show you a card that you can get for cheap. Starting off with this Jonathan Stewart. This Jonathan Stewart's going for around 14,000 coins. And look at his stats. Those are impressive stats for a 91 overall card. He'll definitely help your team out. He's got some really good stats. He's a budget baller. Michael Bennett, 19k for a 92 overall left end. I mean, the market right now is completely broken, but these are Football Outsiders. Football Outsiders lose their value in a day. So when you're seeing a Michael Bennett 92 overall for 19k, that is great. Connor Barwin up for 20,000. You got Antonio Gates, seasoned veteran. You got LeGarrette Blount for exactly 25k. But you got Joe Thomas. You can build an amazing team. And the best player probably of all time in Madden Ultimate Team for a decent price, you can get a Peyton Manning 95 overall for 18,000 coins. I cannot emphasize this enough. If you have 18,000 coins and you can get a Peyton Manning, do not hesitate, especially if you're just starting Madden Ultimate Team. He will be the best quarterback you'll have for a while. I still have a Peyton Manning. I have the 97 Peyton Manning. To be honest, if they never released this 97 Manning, I'd still be rocking with the 95 Manning, to be honest. Let's go look at some position players that you can get for a cheap coin. Let's look at tight end. Actually, let's look at wide receiver. Alright, so 20k can get you a Legend Steve Largent. I said under 25k, right? Right now, the seasoned veteran Steve Smith can get you a 90 overall. But let's just look at elites, because it doesn't look like there's a lot of budget receivers. Alright, this is Danny Amendola, 12,000 coins, and look at those stats. I'm going to leave that up for a couple seconds. Look at those stats. Granted, he's only 5'11", but look at those stats. I cannot emphasize this enough. He is a definition, personification of a freaking budget baller. Let's look somewhere else. Michael Floyd. Team of the Week, Julian Edelman. Des Bryant. If you want a freaking Des Bryant under 25k, look at those stats. It's not the greatest, but he's still a great player. Alright, so those were the... I already showed you some good halfbacks. I already showed you... O-line really doesn't matter. I'll show you O-line, like, last. Let's look at, like, left end. Let's look at some defensive players. Charles Johnson, obviously, is a budget baller. You got the Michael Bennett. You got the Jerry Hughes. I'm going to show you some of the stats right now. Once again, I would suggest you get this Michael Bennett right here. Either this Michael Bennett or this Cameron Wake. Because he's a 92 overall and he's a 98 overall. I mean, 98. 90 overall. So, when you can get a 90 overall for 18,000 coins and a 92 overall for 18,000 coins, that's great. Let's look at Cameron Wake stats. He's got okay block shed. It's not a great card, but it's a card that will get you started on the right foot. This Michael Bennett, look at those stats. 93 block shed for a left end. That's kind of ridiculous, and that's a great card. If my team was not a 96 overall and I did not have Legend Bruce Smith, I might be picking that card up, actually. Let's look at right ends. Greg Hardy for 6K. You got Mario Williams. You got Michael Sam. First only gay player. You got, look at this. You can get an 89 overall right end for 11K. And he has 90 block shed. I cannot stress you guys enough that the market is completely broken. If you want to build your team now, it is the right time. Because look at this. You can get a team of the week 89 overall for 16K. 14K for Greg Hardy. I'm going to give you Greg Hardy stats. Look at those. They're not the greatest. Robert Quinn's stats, I should say. Chandler Jones' stats. Look at them. 90 block shed. The one stat you really want on your right end is block shed. And look at this. You can get a 90 overall. Mario Williams. I rocked with this card so long. And this was probably one of the best right ends I ever played with. And he's going for 23,000 coins. Okay, guys. I cannot stress this enough. How much. And if you have like 30K, look at this. Not 30K, but if you have like 44K, you can get a 93 overall. But, we're going to show you what's next. D tackles. Kyle Williams is going to be up there. Yep, Kyle Williams is like 14,000 coins. Then you got Kawhi Short, I should say. Jarrell Casey. Geno Atkins. Marcel Darius, can never go wrong with a Bills player. Vince Wilfork and Ndamukong Suh. I should show you under 25K. So this is, he's got, look at this. Once again, when I show you this card and I'm not talking, I'm just like letting you soak in all the stats. I mean, come on. That is a ridiculous card for 25K. Then you got Marcel Darius. I think he had like 93 block shed. Yeah. Look at that card. That card is a great card too. But you're going to see defensive players go for more than offensive players because defense wins championships, as shown by the Seattle Seahawks last year. You got Thomas Davis. I swear to God to you, this card is probably one of the best base elite cards I've ever seen. He makes so many plays. Like, if you watch a YouTube video of Token Nasty, the first couple of videos he had Thomas Davis on his team, and Thomas Davis would force fumbles, get picks, sack, everything. He would do it all for his team. And then you can get an 89 overall football outsider, James Harrison. That might actually be a snipe. That's a pretty good snipe, but I'm not going to go get it because it takes too much time to flip that. But once again, like, that's all you gotta do. You just gotta flip cards. You can get a 90 overall Von Miller or a 90 overall Ahmad Brooks. Let's show you these guys' stats. Great tackling, great block shed. Excuse me, but this video is going to be a little long because I'm going to show you like all the budget ballers that you can get for under 25K. Let's see. Next is middle linebacker. Sean Lee, Derek Johnson. I suggest you never get this Curtis Lofton. Ever. Especially if you use your linebacker. I would never get this card. And this is saying from someone who's had this card. I had this card and he had a total of, in 20 games, 1 pick. Because look at the stat. 42 catching. Do not get this card. If you think it's a good card, you have been mistaken. But then you can get this Brian Cushing, 89 overall. Look at those stats. I mean, if you're a 49ers fan, you can get that Patrick Willis. What's the highest overall you can get for under 25K? Looks like it's, if you have 1 extra 1,000 coins, you can get a Stephen Tulick. Great stats. But right outside linebacker, let's see who you get. Well, you can get this Robert Mathis, who was actually the second ever elite card I pulled in Madden Ultimate Team. I pulled that card actually in the same bundle as my first elite card. The first ever elite card I pulled this year was the 89 Cam Chancellor. That's not a bad card. Granted, when I first pulled him, he was going for 150k, and in a little bit you'll see how much he's going for now. But just for the hell of it, leave a comment in the section below and tell me what was your first elite pull this year. Or if you haven't gotten one, tell me what you want to be your first elite pull, and please be reasonable here. You can get a 90 overall right outside linebacker, Trent Cole. He's got some really good stats. Elvis Dumerville, obviously. I mean, look at this. Tamba Hali. Look at this. If you have 38k, you can get a 92 overall DeAndre Levy. But let me show you some of these guys' stats. Let's show you this Vontaze Perfect. That's a great card right there. That is a amazing card. Let's look at this. Alden Smith, I guess. And if you're just starting off Madden Ultimate Team, and like let's say you do a huge bundle, and you pull a card that's worth 100k, you can build a good team around, and I think you can build a great team for 150k today. That's today. I don't know what the market's going to be like tomorrow or whatever, but 150k will get you to a 90 overall. I guarantee it. Or at least an 89. But where's my favorite budget baller? Where is he, my favorite budget baller? Oh my god. Oh my god. Where the hell is Ladarius Webb at? Alright, you know what? I'm going to go find Ladarius Webb in a little bit. But I don't suggest you get either getting this Jonathan Joseph. I'll be honest, I'll tell you what cards to get and what not to get. But this, yeah. 62 catching for a cornerback. I want my cornerbacks to have at least 75 catching. Champ Bailey's not a bad card to get. Aqib Talib makes a lot of plays. He's got great man coverage. And I think he's got like 77 catching, which is not bad for a base elite card. You got an 89 Casey Hayward. He's got 93 man coverage and 82 catching. That is ridiculous. You got this cornerback Devin Hester, who I think you'd have to really use her. You can get an 89 Joe Hayden for 22k. This is ridiculous. And he's got 73 catching. It's not the greatest, but it's not the worst. And obviously you can see that Darrell Revis. I'm not going to show you his stats because it won't let me. You can get a Pat Pete, Antonio Cromartie. Alright, let me just show you these Darrell Revis stats. 94 man coverage. The only downside thing he has like 72 catching, if I'm not mistaken. 63. Ooh, I was completely off. But that is not a great card. Yeah, I'm getting too far now in price, I should say. But I wonder how much Ladarius Webb is going for now. Yeah, Ladarius Webb for 11,000 coins is ridiculous. He's got 92 man coverage. But look, and 72 catching. This is the one time where I'm going to say the catching does not matter on this card. I swear to God, I've played close to, 100 Madden Ultimate Team online games with him, and he just gets picks after picks after picks. He makes so many good plays. So those are the cornerbacks you can get. Free safeties. Don't get these Julio Jones. If you have good user skills, I suggest you get this Calvin Johnson, mainly because of the height of 6'5" and the catching of 94. Yeah, 94 catching. That's the only reason why I would suggest that card. The height and the catching. If you're using him, he will get burned if he's not a user player. But you can get this Ryan Clark, 89 overall for around 14k. He's got some good stats. He's got good hit power, horrible man coverage, but good zone coverage. Excuse me. But not great catching though. I really like my corners and my safeties to catch. And this Jarius Bird, he's a good baller, a good budget baller. 17k. not great stats. Harrison Smith. He's got decent man coverage, good hit power, good zone coverage. I think he's got like 76 catching, 78. But the one card I want actually, oh, this Ha Ha Dix is now 39K. That's the card I want, and this is the card I'm gonna pick up for if I'm doing the All Bills series. This is the card I'm picking up. I'll be picking up this card and any other card that I think will help out the Bills squad. Like, because people suggested to do an all-time Bills squad. Now, let me just show you the strong safeties. Let me see if there's any cheaper. So Darius Bird. Ooh. I might want to just pick him up just in case I do that Bills series, but you know what? It will be fine. I'll pick him up tonight. But, strong safeties now. Kicker really doesn't matter. You can get a Greg Sirline for 5K. TJ Ward. He's a good budget baller. He's got 98 hit power, and he's got 66 catching. Not the greatest. You got Eric Berry, Troy Polamalu. This is the card. Let me just show you the one that's around 25K. This is the card you want for around 25K. Granted, this one's going for 26K, but he's got great hit power. He makes so many plays. And I don't know how many times I've seen this guy in the video where he's a budget baller. He is the best strong safety to get under 30K. And as I say that, I see freaking Cam Chancellor for 30K, and that was the first ever card I pulled. And look at that. 94 hit power, 30K. No, I do not want to buy that card. But now I need you guys to do one more thing for me. I need you to guys to clarify. Do you want me to do an all-time Bill series, or do you want me to do a current Bill series? Because if that is the case, I would have to sell Lynch. I would have to get rid of Lynch and keep Spiller in. I'd have to get rid of Brown, get rid of Hester, get rid of Gronkowski, get rid of Harris, get rid of Patterson, get rid of Vollmer, Yonda, Pouncey, Bowling, Pace, and everyone that's not on the Bills. Now, this Bruce Smith will not be leaving due to the fact that his Madden Ultimate Team card is a Bills player, so that technically counts. I'm thinking if I do an all-time Bills series, it will kind of be cheating because I can get that free safety Jerrysburg. I'm going to get that card anyway for the series because that is a Bills card. For strong safety, we got Bakari Rambo or Aaron Williams. I'll have to decide on that one. Cornerbacks will be kind of screwed. But once again, guys, this is D-Man HD. I'm out. Please leave a comment in the section below.